Welcome back to Old Man Wisdom. We're again looking at our price action chart and our MT4 indicator on the EURUSD today. So let's get straight into it. Let's go over to the price action chart. So here we are. Now the lines are here exactly as they were last week. The only difference being that I've added a little blue rectangle down here, which shows where the trading week started. So you'll see that it's just steadily gone up and up and up. But what we'll do is we'll just extend these areas that we had plotted last week. And let's move this one down here as well. And so you'll see from these lines that what I wanted to do was for price to come back down to this area here, which obviously never got anywhere near. Instead it went shooting up. And you'll remember for the last couple of weeks I've said that we are in a range and have been for quite a couple of weeks. If I zoom out a little bit more, you'll see that we're in this range here. And I've been saying and just warning everybody that at some point, obviously, price is going to move out of this range. And that's what's happened this week. It really took some effort to go right up and out past this area. And I thought, well, it did initially come back, retest and go back up again. But now it's even broken below this zone. Now, interestingly, you'll see this area right over here that I plotted, well, weeks ago now. Interestingly, price came up to this zone here and struggled twice. So although I didn't do a video on this, this was an obvious, nice double top. We could have had a nice tight stop loss here for a sell on the second time it retested this area. But obviously that was a few days ago now. So let's just focus on what price is doing currently. Obviously price has gone through this area right up to the top here. It's done a double test and is currently at a really interesting area. So let's just plot this first. Now it's at an interesting area because tonight, or obviously early next week, this now has broken below our zone again, back into this ranging area. And what I would like to see is for price to stall now in or around this zone. It's at a really important area where we can look at selling the EURUSD. So if price can come up roughly into this area here, stall or give us a number of good, nice long wicks, we can potentially look at selling with a nice reasonable stop loss just above this area here, or which is the previous high back here, you'll see. So we won't have a big stop loss and we can look to sell. However, we do want to see price stall at this area that it's at now. It might go a little bit lower first and come back and give us some wicks or some candles. A bit like over here, if you see for like 2 or 3 hours, price just couldn't break through. Or here, where the wicks were just so undecisive, price couldn't really move anywhere and then it fell away. Well, that's the kind of same price action we're looking for over here. So really, for the EURUSD, on our price action chart, it's really quite simple. Price has broken back down into this ranging area, and potentially, if price stalls around this area, we're going to look to sell for next week. So keep in mind this area now. Maybe just plot it on your chart now for later. As for our MT4 non-repainting indicator, we'll just zoom up a little bit because you'll notice I've put the blue rectangle for where the week started, and right away on Sunday evening UK time when the markets opened we had a sell opportunity, but you'll see that price was above this multi-time frame moving average, so obviously we didn't take it. What I did say last week was that I wanted price to move down to this multi-time frame moving average and look for a buy. Well, that did happen. Let's just zoom out a little bit. On Tuesday, we got a buy signal. The MACD crossed over our 3 pip line down here and gave us a nice buy signal on a downward candle, which is what I really like. The stop loss was just down here below this previous high. You could have put it below the multi-time frame moving average for a maximum stop loss of 50 pips. I put it just here at 45 pips, looking for a 90 pip profit. So price came down, say 20 pips, but we soon hit a 90 pip profit up here on the Wednesday. So what a lovely trade, finally. Non-repainting indicator after a few really bad trades in the last couple of weeks and a break-even trade the other week as well. we finally got a really nice, smooth, easy trade. So we caught this spike upwards on the Euro USD. Now currently price is above the multi-time frame moving average, or unlike our price action trading, if price remains above this multi-time frame moving average and the MACD can move back down towards the zero line, we will be looking to buy. However, of course, price could well drop below the multi-time frame moving average, in which case we'll be looking for a sell. But this moving average does often serve as a resistance. So in this case, it could act as actually a support for price to bounce back upwards off of it. So this is what I mean. Price has come down, it can well hit the multi-time frame moving average, and it serves as a support, and price often bounces off it. Now it might not go very high, it might come down and come back up again. So we just have to see really, but a lot of it depends on really how far down the MACD comes towards the zero line as to whether we get any kind of buy opportunity next week. Obviously, if price comes under, moves back up to the multi-time frame moving average, and the MACD is dropped below the zero line, then we will be looking for a sell opportunity. So it just depends really how far price wants to go. It's something that we can't really influence, of course, but as far as this indicator goes, it's pretty simple. If price is below the moving average, then we sell. If price remains above the moving average, then we wait for a buy signal. So let's just wait and see for next week. But there you have it. Our price action chart on the Euro USD over here, and our non-repaint MT4 indicator strategy over here on the Euro USD as well. Both charts are from the 1 hour, and both are looking very, very interesting for next week. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do, of course, and then you'll get notified when future videos are released. I talk about the Euro USD every single week. So if that's something that you're interested in, then please hit the notification bell as well, and you'll be alerted each and every Friday. So in the meantime, take care everybody, have a good weekend, and I'll be speaking to you next week. Take care.